We should really stop talking about Concord, but nowadays it is literally an Olympic sport to shit on Concord, that absolute atrocity of a game. Because you'd think they'd understand, right? You'd think Sony or the developers at Firewatch would understand, but it's just they choose not to. So at this point, it's like, oh well, I'm gonna go about my day. I'm gonna work my 9 to 5, play my game, shit on Concord, eat my food, then go to bed. It should be part of daily living to shit on bad games and shit on bad products, and that's a fact. But someone shot me this video. I only do reaction videos nowadays. JK LOL, but yeah, let's just give it a watch.
Hey guys, some time ago I uploaded a video talking about one of the worst things that you can say related to a video game, which is if you don't like it, don't play it. I hate.
Yeah, that is one of the most retarded things I've heard in my entire life. A company can say to its consumers is if you don't like it, don't buy it. Like isn't that what EA said about Battlefield 5, right? Like if you're a company and you just have this like you treat the consumer as the enemy, it's like you just shouldn't exist. And I don't care why. I don't care what moral crusader ideology you have. If you go to war with your consumer base, you just should not exist. And I don't care who your fucking consumers are. I mean, they like to tell you that the consumers are racist, bigots, piece of shit. And it's like, well, no, but if that's the case, you make a racist, bigot fucking product. Or hell, you don't need to be in the market. Like, you don't have to exist. Like, EA isn't anointed by God to put out shitty fucking games that everyone will hate. Like,
This expression because it is really stupid. Are you thinking what is behind this sentence, brother? If people don't play the game dies down. Plus, if I am talking about the game, it is because in some way I do care about the game. And yes, I.
yeah, like a happy consumer would probably tell maybe 1 or 2 people about the game, but a pissed off consumer will tell 10, 15, 20 people how pissed off they are about a product, right? And gamers even more so. And with technology and with information, you could tell 10, 20, 30,000 people how much you hate a fucking product. So that's why publishers are shutting their eyes and shutting their ears to the consumer and only focusing on the few ideologically possessed individuals that defend their shit and investors. Well, in the case of Ubisoft, I doubt they'll listen to them since their investors are going to war with them. But yeah, I mean, this is something that is like it is that simple for a fucking reason. Anyone that tries to complicate that is trying to shove their ideology down your throat. So you reject that at all costs.
I am pissed off about this because when I upload a video talking about a game and I complain about something, there always come a stupid bitch that says, if you don't like it, don't play it. Brother, I am talking about the game because I want for the game to improve.
Yeah.
If everybody thought like you and stop playing the game goes and dies. And Concord proved me right. And that is why I'm making this video. Because people said, I don't want to play like a fat ugly bitch with Caesar pronouns, and you guys said if you don't like it, don't play it, and people didn't play it and the game fucking died.
Yeah, the problem is people listen to you, right? It's like, okay, fine, we're not playing it, and the game fails and dies, and then the same people will come after you, the consumer, the person who just wants to play good games and be like, "Oh, it's your fault. It's your fault." Now their developers are not gonna get a job. They're gonna get fired. And it's like, okay, so when company makes shitty fucking marketing decision, which ends in their product failing, it crickets. No one says anything about a multi-billion-dollar company. Just zilch. Nothing. But if consumer, because the company was actively hostile towards them, their marketing decision decides, okay, I guess I won't buy this product. The same fucking people that said dick all to the company will come after you, the consumer, and be like, why didn't you buy this game, bigot? Racist! It's like, no grown-ass adult thinks this way, right? Or at least no one who doesn't have an ideology that they want to profligate to everybody else. Like, everyone universally understands that if you are hostile to the consumer, right, then I guess maybe the product is just garbage because you don't believe it could stand on its own 2 feet. So you're trying to get clout from people, from the supposed racist, from the supposed sexist. And it's like, everyone understands that, okay, well, the product's going to fail. You are going to fail. You'll probably just write this off as a loss, right? Because you're probably getting government grants and ESG money for this. But everyone loses at the end of the day, right?
It was well deserved. Now you understand why it is so stupid to say if you don't like it, don't play it. I am not saying that Concord failed because of that. Obviously, it failed because the game sucks. But it is a factor that people said if you don't like it, don't play it. And you see that not playing the game and a lot of people not playing the game leads to the game dying. Because the most important thing is having people playing the game. Brother, today is something common that when someone recommends a game to you, you go and look how many players does this game has to see if it is worth it to invest your time in a game that is popular and is not going to die down. So, a friend recommended a MMO to me, and you go and look in New World. Let's see how is New World doing, and you see that it has less than 5k players, and you say, fuck this, I am not playing this, I am not investing my time in this because this is dying.
Well, word of mouth, I always take word of mouth over what authoritative sources say, right? I don't really look at the charts per se, but you know if a game's doing good, right? Like, you see, like, for example, the first Descended. Like, no one really knew if that game, I didn't know if that game was going to be good. I played it, but then I looked on the charts, like, oh, hey, it has 200,000 people playing. It must be a good game. But I don't really look at the charts. I go through word of mouth, and, like, if my other friends are playing it, I'm going to also play it. Like, I mean, I got most of my friends into playing the first Descendant, and they played it just to play with me. But, well, they stopped playing it. I still play it. You know, it probably has objectively less people. But, again, word of mouth. Like, if people suggest a game to you, I mean, that holds a hell of a lot more weight than hell, maybe even just the chart itself, right? Not everyone's online. You know, not everyone's into the whole zeitgeist that you and I are into, you know, and understand into this whole conscientious consumer gamer battle against the companies that don't like us and against ideologically driven people that don't like us. Like, most people work for a living, and I work a job, and I come home and do this because I enjoy it. But yeah, I mean,
do you understand why it is important having a player base and not pushing them back saying, if you don't like it, don't play it, because they are trying to improve the game with constructive because they are trying to improve the game with constructive criticism, brother. You can like something as a whole, but have some parts of it that you don't like that you want to see improve. I like WoW, but I think that a lot of the hero talents suck dick,
Yeah.
and I want them to see them improve. Does that mean that I hate the game, that I shouldn't play it? No, it just means that I want this particular thing to be improved, and I am going to bitch and whine about it.
Yeah, I like WoW, but the majority of the game is made for the top 10% that likes to frag out, or the bottom 20% that just wants to brain dead AoE, leaving the 70% with an inferior product. I mean, you can like something, like I like Space Marines too, though I'm very critical about it because I'm of Warhammer 40k lore buff. I don't want the game to fail. I want it to be better. It's just with all the times I was pushed back, I just think it could have been better. It seems unfinished. It seems like a lot of the things in Space Marine 2 were kind of just hand-fisted in last minute. But yeah, I mean, if Concord had the aesthetics that the first Descendant had, emphasis on aesthetics, it probably would have absolutely sold, right? I mean, but the problem is they put time, money, and effort to make the visuals and the aesthetics of the game worse. And they adopted an ideology, so any constructive criticism was molded like chakra and thrown back at you and being like, oh no, I get you're just a bigot, you're just a racist, you're just a sexist, I don't need to listen to you no more. That's the problem. That's what happened. And nowadays it's just not working. Like maybe in the early 2016s you could get that one person, like you can shock them into submission, but people don't think like that no more. People are like, alright, shut the fuck up, you fucking retard.
So they improve it. You don't have to like every single part of something, brother. For example, I am sure you have family members or friends that you love with all your heart, and they have some things that you don't like or you think that they should improve, and that doesn't mean you don't love them, brother. Are you understanding? That is why I think that saying if you don't like it, don't play it is for stupid people that don't have foresight.
It's for people who do not play games, to say. People who do not play video games are coming to you, someone who does play video games. They'll be like, oh, whoa, if you don't like it, you don't buy it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. It's like my brother in Christ. I want games to be good. I want companies, multi-billion-dollar AAA companies, or I guess in the case of Ubisoft, million-dollar companies, to fail. Because they need to know, oh hey, guess what? Maybe the consumer, maybe the gamer is our target demographic, not people on Twitter who do not play games, or maybe if they do, they play like 2 hours. They just to inject themselves into the gamer space and claim to speak on their behalf. It's like, yeah.
Someone says to me, if you don't like it, don't play it. I automatically think that they are brain dead because they are incapable of visualizing a future where people listen to them and they don't play it and the game dies down.
Yeah, they're
and
not
then
gamers.
The thousands of dollars they spend in ridiculous skins for their disgusting waifus are evaporated because the servers are shut down and the company declares bankruptcy, and then they lay off 500 employees, and one of those employees goes to Twitter to write that gamers suck and that is why the game dies down, and then they blame Asmongold because he found them for 15 videos talking about how the game is shit, and they are incapable of thinking that it died because of them, because they push people away with their bullshit. That is why saying if you don't like it, don't play it is stupid. You a stupid motherfucker. Fuck.
Yeah, it is frustrating. Like, they know this. Everything you just said, they know. But they believe they're this ideological class of being that transcends just the thinking of normal fucking people who work for a goddamn living. They think their ideology is just a moral compound good that they can impose it on everybody. Especially, and they don't do it to the company because the company just says the words they want to hear. They do it to the consumer, to people who play games, by the way. It's just, you get frustrated because you know that they know this, but why we have to play this, like, goofy ass game, Looney Tune ass game with them? It's like, can you just, if you want to profligate your ideology, if you want the ideology to be the product and the game to be second, just fucking say that. Like, what are we, 12? But they know they can't say that because it sounds fucking stupid. So they're like, oh well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, it is okay to be frustrated because it's like you're arguing with a fucking 12-year-old girl, but the 12-year-old girl is a grown-ass adult with the mindset of a 12-year-old girl, and you know you can't get through them. It is fucking frustrating.
I am going to get a heart attack, brother. This isn't possible, my dude.
There are no two words in the English language more harmful than
Don't play it. Brother, I always say, I want to be loved. I am a Christian man. I always want to show love. But this is like a trigger for me. Like, you know, that game Dustborn, that is also a bullshit game, that they said when you say something stupid, they say trigger. If you don't like it, don't play it, is the trigger for me. Like someone says, oh, you are ugly, fat, and I fucked your mother. Yeah, man, for sure, all is cool. They say, oh, you come for a third-world shithole and your accent sucks. That is true, my man. That is completely true. And then they say, hey, if you don't like it, don't play it. What the fuck did you say to me, motherfucker? And that is everything that I wanted to tell you today, guys. Just saying that Concord proved my point. It is awesome when reality proves your concepts and what you are saying in your videos, brother. And that just happened. I said, saying this is stupid. Reality proved me right. It is awesome. It feels great. So I am also educating you so you don't say this anymore, because this makes people look like an idiot, in my opinion. So yes, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about this whole situation. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I a clown? Am I completely wrong? And it is fine to say, if you don't like it, don't play it. Concord proved me right, or it doesn't have anything to do. The game just sucks. What are you talking about? If you don't like it, don't play it. Let me know everything in the comments below. I love reading comments even when they don't agree with me. The only comments I don't like are the ones that say, if you don't like it, don't play it. Guys, also remember to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff. Help me out, my dude. Guys, thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. God bless you. And remember, don't be afraid ever, because this is just a ride.
Yeah, it was a good video. And yeah, I mean, it is I believe in my heart of hearts that it is a moral good to call out ideological idiots. Like people who only view everything through every single aspect of their life through ideology, and they want to profligate that to everybody else, but really they're just trying to convince themselves that they're right. Everyone else treats them like a fucking idiot. But it is a moral good to call out these people whenever and wherever they are. And you don't have to just straight up walk up to them and be like, well, you're fucking stupid, goodbye. Just ask them questions. Just really poke at their brains. Like, be like, sometimes you just don't need even to say anything. You can just sit back and be like, uh-huh. That's fascinating. Holy shit. And you can just let them just prattle on themselves, right? And what I mean, I'm talking people who attack, again, the consumer, defending the multi-billion-dollar company for ideological reasons that not even they fully understand, but they pick and choose enemies, and the people against their ideology are their enemies. It is a moral good to prove these people wrong, right? And when they prove you right, it's all the fucking better. But hey, yeah, that's all I gotta say about this. See ya.